Welcome to our first video on the DMCA. My name is Rick Chapo. I'm the president of DMCAagentservice.com. In this video, we're going to actually look at our service, so you'll have a reference as to what we do and what we don't do and how we might be able to assist you. The DMCA, better known as the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, was a federal law in the United States. It was enacted in 1998. And the key provision that we're concerned with is Section 512. And what that says basically is that any online platform, a website or an app, that allows users to post content cannot be held liable for copyright infringement claims associated with that content. So we're on YouTube today. If I was to upload this video and include a song from a popular musician, YouTube cannot be held liable for that. Now I could, because I'm the person that posted it, but the DMCA is going to protect the website or the app in that situation. So what is our service? We are a third-party service that acts as the agent. Under the DMCA, anybody can be the agent. So if you're listening to this, you could be the agent. If you're in a company, one of your employees could be the agent. However, there are downfalls with those selections. So let's take a look at a lot of our clients are entrepreneurs. They're people that work from home. The problem with working from home is that the DMCA agent information has to be listed publicly. It's going to be on your website. It's going to be in an online database maintained by the Copyright Office. It's going to include your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address. Now, at a minimum, you're going to end up getting all kinds of marketing directed to you through the email address and the phone number, because there are spam bots out there that are going to collect those and put them on lists. In a worst case scenario, depending on the nature of your site, and the type of people that visit it, maybe you'll have quote-unquote fans or other creepy kind of people showing up at your doorstep. So if you live alone or you have kids or something of that sort, maybe something you really don't want to have to deal with. So using a third-party agent like ourselves, our information would be out there instead of yours, and you wouldn't have to deal with that. If you're in a company that has a lot of employees, natural tendencies to designate one of the employees, and that's fine. The only problem, the only thing you have to be concerned about is if that employee leaves. And the situation we see quite a bit is an employee leaves and people have forgotten that person is an agent. And so when they take off, the company doesn't replace the agent. And so complaints come in and they go to a dead email or something of that sort, and the company can lose the immunity provided by the DMCA. And that's kind of a disaster, as you might imagine. So those would be the two reasons really that you would want to designate an agent. If those two reasons don't apply to your situation, then you really don't need to use a third party. You can use yourself. So that's kind of the way that that's going to work. As to our actual service, it's $70 a year, and we act as the public face for you. Our information's out there instead of yours. If a complaint comes in, we turn around and forward it to you. We do not evaluate it or respond to it or anything of that sort. The reason being that would probably be the practice of law, which would mean we would need to go out and get licensed as attorneys in all the states, and that would be incredibly expensive and burdensome, and there's no way we're taking bar exams in all those states. So the $70 covers up to a year. We have a master account with the Copyright Office, so we'll actually register you in our master account, and you're good to go for the year. When complaints come in, we forward them to you within 24 hours. You then have time to look at them and figure out what you're going to do. As far as handling the complaints, you can do them with your attorney. If you don't have an attorney, you can also look at some of the online do-it-yourself resources. There's a book called the DMCA Handbook. There's actually 2 editions of it. I think the first edition is sold out. The second edition is out there. I think it's like $80, but still cheaper than working with an attorney. So those are really your options with it. So that's pretty much our service. It's pretty simple, but we like to feel that it adds value to people, particularly people who are working from home. So if you have questions or you'd be interested in finding out more, feel free to visit DMCAagentservice.com and contact us, and we'll be happy to get right back to you. Thanks.